I'm in a class with some people, not with you. After this class, you can ask me questions. Ona. So, going forward, whatever I'll be teaching today will be applicable to your book project. Okay, the topic is storify yourself or storify your brand. You know, I always hammer on storytelling. Bia ununa bo stop na. If I hear anybody say any pin, I'll beat you. I always emphasize on storytelling. Share your story, share your journey. You don't focus on, like, most of you here, you have your businesses, you have your brand. Let it not be that every day you're talking about food. You snap pictures of food you want to maybe or you want to deliver. You snap rice today, tomorrow you post beans. It's only just about food. You are just focusing on your catering service, your restaurant, everything. No, it will make you, it will bore your audience. It will even make you tired because you run out of ideas. Maybe you have posted all the pictures of all the food you can cook, or every day you're just posting about your product. It will bore you. It will bore your audience. I am a big fan of storytelling. It has helped me. That I am where I am today is because I have been sharing my process. I have been sharing my journey in the form of story. I do not necessarily have to write 50 paragraphs, 10 paragraphs. If you have been following me, you see sometimes I write at least 10 sentences, not even paragraph. I write in sentences. I write one single line. I traveled. I've been on tour with my baby. Full stop. I traveled to Aba. Another line. I traveled to Enugu. I traveled to Owerri. And before you know, I have made a point. You don't need to be worried that I don't know how to type this, ideas are not. Just write in few sentences. Just let it be that those ideas, flowing in your head are written down. Back it up with beautiful pictures. Back it up with beautiful pictures. That is why I told you to go and take pictures. Go and take good pictures. This month now, I have scheduled for another set of pictures. So you should make it your brand is you. How would people perceive you? If you really want to up your game on this online space, you have to. I am scheduling this section just to bore out everything. Whatever I'm teaching you today, or whatever I'm saying today, is straight from my heart. It's straight from my heart. I want you to get, if you have not got anything from day one, let today be the day you get everything. Okay? Now, when you maybe you have been doing now and you are still confused about where to focus your energy on. There's no need of focusing your energy on one particular thing. The main cocoa is what is the core problem, or what is the core attention. If your brand now, for instance, let me use Madame Obelansi. Let me use her brand for instance. You cook food, right? That's your main area of concentration. Now, in that cooking now, you find other areas that connect to cooking, that connects to food, that connects to healthy living. The main thing you are focusing on is satisfying hunger. You help busy people, busy men, busy women to get the best food at the best price possible. Now, apart from the food you are cooking, what else? There is a story behind every meal. You cook jollof rice and it's tasty. There's a story how you made it tasty, how it came out that way. You have had a consistency in your jollof rice that it always tastes the same way. What have you been doing? There's a story behind it. That you did not just wake up and started cooking. No, there's a story behind it. When did you find out that this thing should be a business? There's a story behind it. So you have to create different areas, different sections around that your business. Now inside this your business, you can talk about, like the other day now you were talking about your child's birthday and how you went to the supermarket to get nylon and to get things, and the items were not put in a bag. You have shared a story about, somehow you have talked about family, about your child, you have talked about buying and selling, marketing, you have talked about packaging in one story. So in that your business, you can talk about branding, why people have kept ordering from you, because of the way you package your food. It doesn't spill no matter the journey. You can share story about branding, because you are neat, cleanliness. You are focused on cleanliness, you are focused on neatness, you are focused on hygiene. You talk about health, you talk about fitness, you can talk about faith, your faith. What do you believe in? What has kept you going? You talk about your family. You talk about the relationship you have with your spouse. Do you have a supportive husband? You can talk about your friends. You can talk about your competitors, other people in your niche, how you celebrate them, because cooking is not easy. Cooking is not for the faint-hearted, right? So these are the things you can talk about in your business or in your content creation journey, so you don't run out of ideas. You can talk about your experience, with the tomato seller today. You can talk about your dispatch rider. Have they ever disappointed you? So by this, you are positioning yourself as an authority. People are saying you, this woman, it seems she is very good though. She's very versatile. Because people want to deal with people who are experts. I know before you release your money to give me, it's because you have been seeing my content, you have been seeing my posts. You've seen that this woman can be trusted with my money. She can be trusted. If you had not been seeing my content, you have not been seeing my posts, saying the things I write about, talking about, you wouldn't give me your money. Another thing, you need to stay true to yourself by following your purpose and making, the income that you deserve. See, for me, I know my worth. I did not start this visibility challenge today, but I just recently increased my worth. I've shared this story with you. When I started teaching people how to smash goals, how to show up online, how to market themselves, the first money I made was 3,000 naira with a bag. With a bag, say, yeah, pay 3,000, and the person still not pay the money finish. But over time, I stayed consistent. I stayed on where my calling is. I am very good. I'm very passionate about teaching. I'm very passionate about helping people, see the light. I'm passionate about seeing people get results in whatever they want to do. I'm very big on demystifying ideas. Whatever idea you come up with, I have that grace, I have that gift to help you expatiate it. What are the simplest method or ways we can use to achieve this goal? So I'm passionate about helping people, see light in whatever they are doing. If people say, I can't do this, and I can ginger you, encourage you, you can do it. Because I know where I'm coming from. I know how I've pushed myself. It's not easy to keep doing what you're doing. You need people to help you. I need to be truthful with you. I traveled to the east because number one, although it all tied together. Number one, I got invited by my boss. If I'm saying my boss, people will be looking at. I actually work for an organization. I manage their page, and this organization, he's based, in the UK. So he came into the country and he invited me over, number one for his father's burial, and number two for a meeting. So he wanted me to meet with the other staff in Owerri. So I accepted that invitation because I needed an escape. I needed to go out, to let out some things. I have been going through a lot, even though I'm still showing up. I needed a different environment to unwind, to meet with friends, to connect. That was why I traveled, and it was an all expense paid trip. Everywhere I went to, they paid for it. All the food I ate, they gave me extra money. I had fun. In just 2 weeks. So why am I saying this? I got this job because I was showing up. I was sharing my story. I was talking about the things I can do. I was talking about the skills I have learned. While I was starting out, I learned Canva design, how to design with Canva. I worked with different brands to design flyers for them, which I no longer do because I have my hands full. I edit videos. So I talk about these things many a time, and brands are connecting with me because they hear me or they see me share these stories, right? So I do this even while staying true to what I'm doing. It's not when they say, this one is what is raining, you jump into it. This one is what is making money, content creation, you jump into it. Facebook is monetizing, you start creating content, whether it aligns with your goal and vision or not. You just want to create content so that you get monetized. That is not how it ought to be. Okay? Now, I was talking about how I increased my worth. When I was not getting what I deserve, I did not give up. I kept pushing. The only thing is, I pushed myself to become better. I paid heavily for trainings. I paid. This year alone, I've spent more than 200,000 in personal development. I just renewed my mentorship subscription of 250,000, making almost amounting to 500,000. So you can't expect me to pay that kind of amount and then still collect less. So because I know what I want, I pushed myself. Another thing you would also do in this journey is to, when you go out for events, take pictures. Learn to take pictures. There's nothing like being shy. There's nothing like I don't like to show my face. If you don't like to show your face, you can't hit it big. So people are willing to pay you for what you are worth. The only thing is, show them that you are worth it. I have 3 people who have paid for my inner circle mentorship. I only collect 3 people per month. 150,000. for just 30 days. I was not earning like this before. But I have grown. I started this one last year. I have grown. And all these people are from the internet. All right? So, make sure you are talking about your that's your vision, that thing that God has destined you for. Stay true to your calling. If cooking is what is about you, your living, what makes sense to you, talk about it. You can just come and say, did you know if you use curry leaf and scent leaf to do this, you get this taste? See, there's nothing new under the surface earth. Let it not be that you say, if I share my recipe now, they will take over my business. It's not possible. The way you will mix it is not the same way they will mix their own. And your own has come with experience. Your own has grown with the years. It has grown with, with time. You can't compare what you have been doing for 5 years or 10 years to what they want to start doing now. Even if they do it like you, it won't be like you. If it not be Panadol, it cannot be like Panadol. Okay? I hope you are getting value. I hope I'm not talking to myself because I know I've been talking since.
No, we are getting value. Yes, ma, we are getting value.
Okay. So another reason why I said you should share your story, it helps you build authority. Now, how do you build authority? You share comprehensive content. I love the way Ife Buche shares her story, her content. It's detailed and comprehensive. But I want to also reiterate that you mustn't share everything in one post. The post can come in series. So that, because if the content, the attention span of people is short these days. If the thing is too long, they'll just like it and go. They won't comment. They won't engage. So you try and make it as short as possible, and you space it. You can put it into two parts. Okay, you can put it into 2 parts. I think I'm missing out something. Okay, that's how you build, authority, comprehensive content. Another thing is, if you're talking about a topic, make sure you don't just come and just start talking because the idea. Make sure you do your findings. Make sure you research about it. Make sure you are clear that this thing you are saying, is authentic. And that is why I love to talk from my own experience. I love to share my own story because you can't find my story on Google. It's not what everybody has on Google. It's not what everybody has on Google. It's not what everybody has on YouTube. That thing that is unique, that is different from what every other person is saying. When you tie it to your story, you tie it to your background, you tie it to your journey, that makes you stand out. Okay? And then it should be high quality content. High quality content. Don't go and put out anyhow thing. Because they say you should show up. Show up anyhow you are. Show up anyhow you are. Let it be the best of your current version. Let it be the best of your current version. I'm sure if I was putting out anyhow content or showing up haphazardly, you won't pay for this training. It's not possible. Go through the group. You see how many people who are on that group. Despite that, some of them, I have to be calling them on the phone. I have to start sending them text messages, which I know no coach has that time, except you are doing one-on-one, even one-on-one mentorship. The man I pay 250,000, my coach will never call you on the phone to say, Alpha, are you ready for class today? It is you who need it that will call him. Say, please, this is to remind you of our schedule today. Say, oh, Ruth, okay, call me 5 minutes to the time. Or you say, okay, no problem. You will send me link. But whether you will be calling, hello, are you busy now? Where are you? No, everybody has their different callings. So you should make sure that your content is of high quality. Is of high quality. Don't go and bring anyhow this and then not everything that is trendy. You go and carry and post, carry comedies, carry skits, and be sharing to the Pastor Jerry NSSPD. You carry it and share. Your pastor this one, you carry it and share. It is not done like that. If you want to talk about your church or your religion or anything, put it in your status or say it offline. It's not as if you want to hide your faith. No, you already know that you are either a Christian or a Muslim. When you are sharing your story, you share about your faith, what has been keeping you. It's not until you go and share your church people, when they come to your timeline, it's only your church. NSPD, what God cannot do does not exist. Challenge, hallelujah challenge. It's only those things that is on your timeline. People will not see you serious, right? They won't take you serious. Then make sure your bio, even if you're writing your book, make sure you put your contact. I would share my book. I would share my book, but then I'm only sharing it to these people here. So let me take a screenshot of these people here. So you've got a gift. I'm not supposed that my book is worth 5,000 naira, but I'm going to give it to you so that you see how I wrote my own, right? How I wrote my own and how you can. And please do not share it. Do not share it to your village people or your family members and say I have one book. If you want to share, give them my link. They should come and buy. I'm doing this based on which English is that one? Based on trust. So do not make me to feel disappointed. Am I counting on you? Integrity. Integrity is the English. So you put your contact, your email address, your phone number, your social media handle, so that people can reach out to you on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your Instagram. Let your link or your email or whatever,
Yes, ma.
or whatever they can use to reach out to you be shown. Put it there. Now I want you to find your story, tell your story, and make the money. Your story is what will bring you that money. I ask you to go and check out the link I shared on the group. I don't know how many people that checked it. What?
I did. I checked it. It's not checked it yet now. My phone has been down since. I lost control my tears. Exactly.
It is their story. So you can't say you don't want to talk about your story. You don't want to share that thing that will make you money. See, I made my highest money when I was pregnant with my second son. I did adverts while I was carrying him. After I put to bed, I was carrying him. I went to a hotel to shoot the video. I used that video to run ads. I had over 1,000 people, 1,000 women join the WhatsApp group. Because of what? They saw me with a baby. Emotions. I sold with emotions. I let them know that, see, if I can do this with my baby, you can do it. People bought my training, and that training was, I think, 2,000. I was in Omugbo, but I was cashing out because of my story. The same thing with now I have my third baby. I'm sharing the process. I wouldn't have met Joy if I had not shared on my status that I'm in Enugu. How would she know I was in Enugu if she didn't see my post? I also met with Mrs. Professor Irene on the group. She wouldn't have known I was in Owerri if I hadn't posted. She came to see me at my boss's place. You know, my story. So I want you to write down these questions. If you have not found out your main story that you want to be sharing, or your main core problem you want to solve, I want you to write down these questions now. Number one question is, what problems keep you up at night? That you are sleeping and then all of a sudden you are awake, you are thinking, what is that problem that keeps you up at night? For me, the thing that keeps me up at night is how to help more people, more women, stay at home mom, because I am a stay at home mom. I've often said it that I have been running my business from my house, and the reason why I moved, I used to have my office at Bariga in Lagos, close to Unilag, and a very big office. But immediately I got married, I started having children. I said, no, I don't want to have the experience. I don't want to be an absent mom. I rush out to work, I come back late. I didn't have this connection with my mother while growing up. She always goes out early, comes out late, and I didn't have to connect. I didn't connect. There are a lot of things I wanted to tell her as a teenage girl. I didn't get to tell her. And when we were, trying to bond at this my adult age, she died. So I said, no, I don't want this. I don't want my children to experience what I experienced. And as such, I brought my machines home. It was a hard decision for me. It was a hard decision, trying to rewrite my story in the lives of my children. I brought my machines home. And I've been working from home for the past 7 years. So the online space has been my shop. I don't have a showroom. I make one of the most beautiful bags, any kind of bags. And I do it from the comfort of my house. My workers come to the house. How have I been able to do this structure? That's what I want to teach other women. That's what keeps me up at night. There are people struggling. There are people who do not know. They feel until they get a shop before they start the business. They are waiting until they have 500,000, 1 million before they start up that business. That thing is a problem I want to help people solve. I want to help women to take care of their children. They run out every day. Their children, they don't know who is taking care of their children. They keep their children, at the mercies of the crèche. Why they run about? How can you stay in your house and make your money while attending to your children? That's one problem that keeps me at night. So write it out and think about it deeply. So you're going to drop those answers by tomorrow. Now, number 2, why are you showing up? Or why do you want to be showing up? Why are you creating content? Why are you selling that product? Why do you want to write this story? This book you want to write, why do you want to write it? What is your why? My why is, I want to be so happy. I want to have so much money that I am able to impact lives. I started a project. I started a project in 2020, impacting teenagers. I had over 15 people joined the first year. I teach them for free. I teach them bag making for free. Even I give them free lunch. It's not as if I have so much, but there's a satisfaction that comes with, seeing these teenagers becoming CEOs before their age of 20. It's a vision. That is my why. I want to have so much money that, I use my money to help people, impact people, give my children the best life, help widows, change and turn stories around. That's my why. That's why I'm showing up. There are a lot of people, whose destinies are tied to my own. There are a lot of people who are waiting to start, but they are finding a motivation. Now, if I'm showing up that with my 3 children, toddlers, I'm showing up, you can show up and still get big results. So if there are people who are waiting for me to share my story and I am saying, hey, I don't know how to talk, do you know what that means? They won't do anything because they are waiting for me. Okay, so that right, answer that question. Why are you doing what you are doing? Why do you want to do that thing? Who else is doing the same thing you are doing? Look them up. Now, if you find out the people that are doing the same thing you're doing, how can you do your own differently? That's why I'm telling all of you, whatever business you're doing, you are not the first person. Whatever book you want to write on, you are not the first person to write about that book. There's nothing like unique. Your story is only what makes it unique. But whether that topic you are writing or that title you want to write, or somebody somewhere in these 4 corners of this earth has done something similar. So look out for that person who has done that thing. How can you do your own differently? Your story, your background, your experience, your journey is what will make it unique. So as much as possible, make sure you add your ingenuity. Make sure you add your spice to it. What are you good at? That's the 3rd or 4th question. Number 1, what problem keeps you up at night? Why are you showing up, or why are you doing that thing you're doing? Why do you want to write this book? Who else is doing the same thing, or who else has done what you want to do? How can you do your own differently? Now, what are you good at? For me, I'm good at teaching. I'm good at doing this thing I'm doing now. Helping people become better versions of themselves. I help people find the uniqueness inside of them. I enjoy helping small businesses or small entrepreneurs gain visibility and make sales online. I enjoy it. It's like a passion. That's why I do it. Be me like, I know when I told people 40 days, are you sure you're going to show up 40 days? But between you and me, on you on this call, you know that there's never been a day I missed out typing on the group or asking you to do one thing or the other. So if it's not my passion, I would have collected your money after 1 week. I'll just ghost you, but it is what I enjoy. So now you ask yourself, what problem do you solve in that business you are doing, in that book you want to write? What problem do you want to solve? What solution if they pick up that book, or if they come to your page, what problem would this solve for them? What is your product about? What is your brand about? I help talented people who know they are talented, but they are not proud, they are not confident about themselves. I help them overcome shyness. I help them find their voice and make so much money that they make their competitors jealous. That's the problem I solve. I help people solve the problem of shyness. I know, I'm not sure this Igbo teacher is here, I'm sure she shared. I don't know how many of you heard her share her story one of the days we were having a live session. Now she has over 300 followers, something she just started 2 weeks ago. It was during this challenge she started. She opened her Facebook page. She doesn't have a Facebook account before. She doesn't even know how to navigate Facebook. She has started posting videos. People have started engaging. She is so happy. I had to add that to she paid for the she paid 150,000 for the inner circle, but I had to add that to the group so that she will get the energy from other people. So I also enjoy, helping small business owners start, grow, and monetize their skills. Some people have skills, but they don't know how to monetize it, how to make people pay them. I'm happy when Mrs. Joy said people are reaching out to her to teach them how to start foodstuff business. Monetizing your skill, you know. I also inspire young mothers, young women to build successful or scale up their businesses online. A lot of people have business, but they don't know how to show up. They don't know how to do it. They know what to do, but they don't know how to do it. Now, your audiences now, all these things you want to solve for them, what are their pain points? What is their wahala? What is the main problem they have? My audiences fear of starting out, like you now. You are some of you say, the confidence of doing video, you are camera shy, you are not sure if you can speak very well, people will laugh at you, your followers are your family members. Those were your pain points, you know. So you also find out what your audience's pain points are. Your readers, the people you want to write to, what are their pain points? Some of the audience pain points: lack of resources and support. Some people don't say they don't have camera, they don't have lights, they don't have good phone, they don't excuses. Those are their pain points. Now, who are your ideal audience? The people who want to read your book, the people who want to buy from you, who are they? Who are they? My ideal audience are the small business owners who crave for more visibility, like you. You want more visibility, you want people to buy more people, you want to make more sales, you want to dominate, you want to be seen, you want to be known, you want to be heard. You know, those are my ideal audience. Entrepreneurs who want to increase their sales, skilled people who want to monetize their knowledge. These are my ideal audience. So you need to pick related topics, like I said from the beginning. When you have picked your niche, I used Madame Obelance as our case study. Her niche is food, catering. Now, related topics will be storytelling. It could be health. I already mentioned it before. Health, hygiene, fitness, motherhood, family. Those will be, related topics. For me, my own related topic is finance, investment. You make money, you need to save, motherhood, family, children, religion, faith. Those are related topics. Then adjacent topics for me is having a supportive family, supportive partner, strong community. Those are adjacent topics. Now, another thing you should find, another thing I want to talk on is what we call the 4H: the heart, the how, the hard, and the hack. The heart is where you're vulnerable, like the Waziris now. The link I shared with you. The man was vulnerable today. He spoke from his heart. They don't fail to tell you that they are a family that love each other, that they are a proof that true love still exists. The man do not fail to tell you that he is blind, but he is not giving up, and he's trying to. He's pushing to become a better person. If he can, you too can. That's from his heart, what he is passionate about. Stories from your heart is your why. Why are you doing what you do? The how. You offer value. How do you do it? The hard. The hard is where you bear your heart. You talk about your pain. You talk about your joy. You talk about your excitement. You're vulnerable with your audience. The hack is your custom way of doing things. How do you do the things you do? How are you able to juggle between motherhood, family, business, online content creation? How do you juggle that? You have not gone crazy. How do you juggle it? You can share your story. You can share a bit of it. Now you can divide this thing into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. On Monday you want to talk about your why. On Tuesday you want to talk about your journey, how you do it. Your on Tuesday you want to offer value. How do you do the things you do? So you can juggle. You can split it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday you talk about stories, from your heart. Maybe you saw somebody, you relate it to, some experience, and then share your own thoughts about it. So moving forward, I want to be very quick with this so I can pause my recording and then answer your questions. So what else am I missing out? You can use an outline. And why I'm sharing this thing is so that not after this visibility challenge you stop sharing content. No, after this visibility challenge you should keep doing what you are doing. So I think we'll have to have another section. I want you to ask questions. I think we'll have another section where I would explain to you now when you have found your story. When you found your story, you're telling your story, how do you now position yourself to make money with that your story? So that will be a topic we'll share on another section. Stylishly now, you people are having me for more than 1 month, but no problem. I would allow you to ask me questions. I need to pause this video, so ask me your questions so that we'll take it up from there.